Okay, so let's talk about how to increase the weapon upgrades way cheaper than you could before. Previously, uh, people usually just power them up. Then Toffer shared a new method about how you can do this even cheaper. So this is the succession method that you can find on his channel, and if you do not know how this method works, I will not explain it again. I will leave a link to his video in the pinned comment. I will want you to first watch that video and then come back to this video, and I will explain how you can make it much cheaper. But currently, this method is not yet available on global. However, if you are someone who is not really pushing the top PvP ranks, you do not need to have your mythic gear the second the raid comes out, and you are just trying to upgrade your items in the cheapest way possible. Previously, the succession method, it was a little bit controversial, but it was definitely cheaper, and I used it myself to power up all of my gears on the main server to plus 15 that way. It saved me a lot of cost. Now I will explain to you how the future updates that are gonna come to NA and global in probably a few weeks to maybe a month or two will make this method another around 80 to 85% cheaper, and it uses several different mechanics that some people may not even know about. So previously, the main way you have used the succession method is you farm 3 of heroes, you get the 6-star 2 awakening drops, you use them as sort of a way to restore durability. So you power the item 3 times. If the power up does not go up and the durability enhances, instead of restoring durability, you go to the succession menu. You use that weapon and you succeeded onto another drop, and that way, once the succession happens, your durability is repaired. The problem with that method is, while it is still cheaper than restoring durability, it does require pretty high power-up costs, because 6-star weapons, starting with 1 awakening and higher, have very expensive power-up costs. If you look at the regular power-ups, I will show the full list of them, but even for level 1, you will require 30 of these, 2,000 sky stones and 80,000 gold. And I actually have a full list of them. So as you can see, 2 awakened weapons. I listed the costs, so from +0 to +3, these are the costs. Then +3 to +6, they increase to 45, 3,000 sky stones, 27k gold. +6 to +9 is even higher than that. +9 to +12, even higher than that. And then this point where most of you will be stuck at is +12 to +15. It requires 120 enhancement shards, 8,000 sky stones, and 74k gold for each power-up attempt. Now, while the succession method works, there is a way to make this significantly cheaper, and that is with an update that is coming out soon. So, as you can see, Seal has been turned into a regular raid, which means that you can actually refresh it up to 99 times with energy. I already used a few, that's why it says 95. And the main thing that improves the succession method are the drops. Previously, Seal only dropped 5-star, 0 awaken, 2 awaken, and 4 awaken gear. However, with the 5-star gear, the gear you actually get does end up being pretty low substat rank. And the rank I'm referring to these grades or whatever you want to call them. Most of the 5-star gear that you will get will have very low ranks compared to the 6-star gear that you can get. So, why this method works is, first of all, the drops you get are 6 stars, which means naturally the grades of that gear will be a little bit higher. Second of all, 6-star 0 awakened weapons, if you didn't know this, have their sort of own power-up cost, and it does not rely at all with the further power-up cost for whatever reason. I don't know why it's done this way, but it is done this way. So if you wanted to power up your gear cheaper, one method would be to go power up the 5-star, 4 awaken, 5 awaken, whatever gear. The problem with that is when you evolve to 6-star gear, the power up upgrade drops a bit. Let's say you had plus 12 on your 5-star gear. Once you power up to 6-star, it will drop to like plus 9, plus 8 or whatever. So you are still losing those super expensive levels. The cool thing about 6-star 0 awaken gear is the power up cost is so much lower than 6-star 1 awaken or higher that in most cases it is actually worth to upgrade a low weapon to 6-star 0 awaken, power it at that point, and only then evolve it to max. The cool thing about that is, now that seal actually drops 6-star 0 awaken gear, you do not need to power up anything. You can actually just get these drops, power them up, and use them for the succession method. And now, just to show you how much cheaper they are, let us go back to the upgrade costs. And this is the 2-star awakening cost. Now, what do you think the 0 awaken cost of 6-star gear is? Do you think it's like 5% cheaper, 10% cheaper, right? No, in fact, it is like 80% cheaper. If you look at this, previous one adds 6-star to awaken. The upgrade costs 2000 sky stones, whereas here it only costs 300. It also costs 30 enhancement shards, where now it only costs 7. And for the gold, 80,000 per power up becomes only 3,000. In fact, to show you how cheap it is, let's go all the way up to plus 12. And if you look at the cost of the plus 12 gear, it is cheaper to upgrade plus 12 once than it is to upgrade plus 0 on 2-star awakening gear. Yes, this means that powering up gear to plus 15 once the new upgraded seal method comes out will be approximately 80 to 85% cheaper, just because it makes use of that sort of hidden 6-star 0 awakening mechanic, right? With 6-star 0 awakening, the power costs are much cheaper, and because it is 6-star gear, it does not get evolved any further, it only gets awakened, which means that if you power this gear up to plus 15 and evolve it all the way up to mythic gear, it will stay as plus 15. So once you power up to plus 15 using the succession method, you succeeded on whichever gear you want, 3 of heroes or whatever one you use. You power it up to 6-star 3 awaken and you evolve it to mythic tier. So yeah, once the seal becomes a regular date on the global NA servers, this will be the superior strategy. And not only that, you may be thinking whether it's worth to farm it. Trust me it is. First of all, you will need these magic amplification stones to evolve your gear to mythic, so you will have to farm some seal regardless. You get like 4 to 5 average drops, so you will need around 4 to 5 runs of the seal dungeon per weapon. So yeah, you will be forced to do this regardless. Second of all, you can still buy the artifact pieces as if you would do with Farakel drops, so you're not really losing out on that. And the another best thing is that you are also gonna be getting these chests, which are pretty much free materials to upgrade your gems, not gems, your weapons, your runes, your equipment, all of that. And this will save you a lot of mana as well. So yeah, the upcoming seal will be big, and it will be extremely massive for the succession method in making it cheaper. So if you haven't powered up your gear yet, and if you are really not planning to push the highest ranks and you may not need that immunity set at this moment, this might be incentive for you to wait and instead to use the more upgraded, cheaper succession method to power up your gear to plus 15. Again, from my experience, of course this is pure RNG based on power-ups, but in order to power up 4 of my mythic accessories to plus 15 using the succession method, I used around 60 pieces of the Farakel gear, combined for all 4 of them, of course. In total, it took around 40 to 50 million gold, and it took around 8 million sky stones. So with this being around 80% cheaper, you can see that the amount it will cost will actually be pretty much nothing. Imagine if it cost like only 10 million gold and like 2 million sky stones to power up all of your gear to full. Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one, and I can't wait for that update to come out in global. So yeah, that's about it. Hope this helps you out, whether you are watching later when this comes out, or to decide how to upgrade your gear and whether it's worth waiting. And yeah, peace.